I'm Davey.
I'm Misty.
DMWATS.
Unscripted.
Unedited.
Unapologetic.
Let's get it. What's going on, everybody? I am Davey.
I'm Misty.
And you guys, welcome to another episode of DMWATS podcast. Sorry, I had to get that burp out of the way. That was there.
We had amazing Phillies.
Oh my goodness. Philly cheesesteaks. Sliders. Not just Philly cheesesteaks,
one
but
of our
sliders.
sons. So yeah.
Yeah, one of our sons came over.
We used to live in New England, and he remembered, he has this palate for remembering and remembered a cheesesteak.
Yeah.
And has spent the last year perfecting it. And I tasted it for the first time a few days ago. And I had tears in my eyes because I didn't think I'd ever taste this Philly again. And he had perfected it.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
So he came over and he taught us how to make it. I took pictures so I could share with you guys because I know there's like food topics in here, and I'm going to put the recipe up at some point. Yeah. You need this. It takes 30 minutes.
Takes 30 minutes. That's not even
It's so easy.
That's not even you guys know how like you get on Pinterest.
And it's like, all with generic stuff.
You're right. It's like, you know how Pinterest and all these other recipes like, oh, it takes 25 minutes to make.
Yeah.
They don't take in consideration the shit you got to chop up. Like I could chop these onions.
Or the hour you have to read through the recipe.
Like to figure all that out. No, this literally takes about 30 minutes to make.
And it is. It's not like you have to go to your cheesemonger and get this and go into the cave. No, it's generic stuff, and you have to use generic. And he did. I mean, I'm one for generic foods, but you have to, because sometimes that melty factor isn't there with name brand food. And the melty factor is there with the generic store brand stuff. Yep.
So we'll include that and go from there. But
worth it.
So
that was what the burp was.
Right. That's what that was. It was delicious. So thank you, son. Now moving on to the Halloween fun fact. Well, before the Halloween fun fact, DMWATS podcast. You guys know what it is. All the streaming services. If you watch us on the YouTube, hello everybody. Is that you guys know what it is. So thank you, everybody. Doge, AMC. Look, Sheba is still on the run. Of course, how we do it is, it's got to drop a little bit to correct and then come right on back up. Still on the run. If you're in it, you guys know what it is. Good things come to those who wait. So moving on, I got the Halloween fun fact today, right?
You do.
So if you're watching us, if you're watching us on YouTube, you saw me looking down. I had to bring the fun fact up that I forgot to bring it up before we started.
Oh, this
is
cool.
a good one. This is a good one. So here's a Halloween fun fact of the day. Sugar rationing during World War II halted trick-or-treating. Because of the shortage of sweet stuff, trick-or-treating wasn't as big of a deal during World War II. After the rationing ended, it was all systems go on the candy collecting front. Candy companies began launching advertising campaigns to cash in on the ritual and make sure kids were clamoring for their products to show up in their candy buckets and spare pillowcases.
I love that.
Yeah, that's which is crazy, right?
Yeah.
Because we're big history buffs.
Yeah.
I was a history buff before I met her, but it was like I didn't know how to look history up. It's like I wanted to know it all. So I didn't know where to start. She's a researcher. She's like, let's start here. And then, we start watching so much stuff on TV about history.
You have a younger family,
right?
Meaning, so my father, my aunts, my uncles, my family is just really older. I am the youngest,
right,
of both sides of my family. So there are a lot of World War II people. I actually have a tax stamp for food.
Really?
Yeah, for sugar.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I had to teach him, during that time, women didn't get silk stockings. So they take their eyeliner and draw, with a ruler up the back of their calf to make it look like they were wearing stockings. Yeah. Like stuff he didn't know. So it's been a lot of fun because I'm such an antiques person and growing up in an older family.
Yeah.
But that's cool.
It is. And so
I love that.
Right. And so look.
That's how Cheetos came about.
Really?
Remember?
Oh, because we saw that. Was it the foods that made us? The foods that made America?
The government had bought all the powdered cheese.
And had no idea what to do with it.
And didn't know what to do with it. So they called the guy that was making chips. And on a roadside, and he was doing really well. Oh, it was Fritos. He was making Fritos.
That's right. He was the one that started Fritos. That's right.
And so they were like, hey, what can you do with, thousands of pounds of powdered cheese? And he's like, I don't know anything about it, but how much are you selling it? It was pennies on the dollar. And he was like, I'll figure it out.
Yep.
And they made
That's
Cheetos.
too cheap to not do anything with, right?
Yeah.
It's too cheap. So we're just trying to get a lot of information before we started this the fishbowl topic.
Because we're under severe weather
We
warnings.
got a severe weather warning. Like
yesterday,
we said,
it was the storm from the solar flares.
Yeah, and now we have like
it's-
they're even talking tornadic activity.
Yeah.
So like we said, we record these episodes the night prior. So when you guys see them, it's the morning of. It's recorded the day prior. So right now here in Kansas, well, at least in our part of Kansas, we're under a severe storm. So we're trying to get this out to you guys real quick. So one last thing that we did, I do want to say before we start, found out that within our research today, because we're always looking out for you guys too. Look, we're not one of those guys that Cake News on your side. We're not those guys.
Oh,
but it's like when we find stuff out, we're gonna throw it.
Specific.
But when we find stuff out, we're gonna share it with you. Did you not know? And it's for every state in the United States. Did you not know that the federal government sent out a stimulus to every state to help people with their mortgages?
That if you own your home,
If
and
you
it's
own
under,
your home,
I think it's like $495,000.
There's the stimulus. There's a stimulus. We like to call it a secret stimulus that was sent out that was supposed to help people with their mortgage.
Yep.
Not renters.
No.
Not what I'm saying, because there's a
Renters
stimulus.
have
There's a stimulus that came out that would help those who rent and those who have apartments.
Owners,
but for homeowners,
500,000,
under 500,000,
but you have to inquire.
You gotta inquire
your state
in your state
housing authority.
Yep, and then they will be like, "Oh, okay, look, don't tell nobody, but here you go."
But no, it's not.
I'm
even
just
that
kidding,
simple.
but I'm not kidding. That's my philosophy on it because I'm upset about it.
But
it's one of those things that look, they'll take steps to get it to you.
But
so if you're behind on your mortgage or you did a forbearance or something like that,
Yep.
So go ahead, baby. I'm sorry.
Well, no, I'm gonna say, and with that, because you and I, at least in the state of Kansas, and I don't know, please research.
Absolutely.
But for those of you single parents and joint parents that received the child tax credit throughout the months for the last few months, you will still, because the speculation was, well, then you're not going to be able to get a child tax credit next year. No, you still will. So the stimulus is still coming for that, the child tax credit, basically, and you're still going to get the $1,500.
Yeah.
And $1,700, I believe, if you have, if you're a single parent, $1,500, I believe, if you're married.
Yeah, because so let's face it, those who owe people some money. Just saying.
So it made me happy for y'all that still have kids at home. Like I was like, no, that really helps. Because we all needed extra help.
So I mean, that thing is, you guys can look forward to that too. But all we're saying is there's a lot of other things and programs out there. As we started with, if you own a home and you're behind on your mortgage, you've done a forbearance. For those who don't know, forbearance is one of those things that, like, hey, I want to put, I can't do it right now. There's a hardship going on, so we'll forbear it. You won't pay it for a year,
right?
Or up to a year, but you got to make arrangements after that year.
But Google is your friend.
Google is your friend. Find it out.
Don't be afraid of research, and keep researching, or call friends and say, hey, I researched this and this. What am I doing wrong? Or give me another word.
Yeah.
Because one of your friends list is a researcher, just like me.
Exactly. So, but anyway, getting on into the fishbowl topic, that was a little bit strong of a monologue. That's what we did. But
no, we're just making sure.
We're just making sure we're getting everything out there to folks.
Just
getting some things out there for. We just want you guys to know. So we're gonna move on to the fishbowl topic that we know you guys are dun. The fishbowl topic. And she's so jittery. So that means she pulled out a good one of the fishbowl topic. Baby, go ahead and tell them what it is.
The fishbowl topic of today is favorite holiday now and as a child.
Okay, so I feel like I go first on a lot of these. So I'm gonna give you. Judging by
Halloween.
If you were literally looking at us on YouTube, the look on her face is like, yes, I've been waiting on this for a long time. So go ahead. You said Halloween, baby.
It
so
is.
Why is Halloween your favorite one?
It was a release. I was raised very more than Christian. I was raised Pentecostal, Southern Baptist, Assembly of God. Like everything that if you spoke in tongues and did backflips at a revival,
You fit right in.
And so that release of having Halloween as a fun time, and we were allowed to have it, had nothing to do with Satan, had nothing to do with the devil. It was just, we're going to dress up and just let loose. Kind of like a very, I don't know, rated PG-13 purge. Maybe even rated G.
Purge, okay.
I'm just saying,
I
you
feel
gotta
like
purge the rest
PG-13
of
and
the
purge
year.
can't be in the same sentence.
Why not?
The-
It was a
the
rated
purge?
G purge.
A rated G purge. So
Yeah, it was the Disney version of
okay.
purge.
So it's like nobody died. We just
Nobody
excluded
died.
them. We just excluded
We
them.
just scared them a little
Yeah, we
bit.
just scared them off. Like, hey, we didn't have to
So,
kill you. We just
My
you
favorite,
know you should leave.
my favorite Halloween, because it was always, I mean, well, I have several, but one in particular was my mother was a beautician, and she had saved her heads from beauty school. And in beauty school, you have a head to practice on, and you have hair. You have a man head and a girl head back in the day. And so she gave my brother and I, we lived in this Victorian on Main Street in Grove, Oklahoma. And it was a very teeny tiny town of like maybe 3,000 people with one stoplight. And we lived on Main Street.
Okay.
And we went up to the attic and we doctored up the doll head. I was dressed as a clown that year because we weren't really doing it. It was one of those years where like, eh. And so he didn't dress up. I was dressed as a clown, but we put fake blood on the doll head. And we would throw it out the attic window, which was perched in front of, it was on top of the roof that was on top of our wraparound porch. And so when kids would come up, we would yell and throw down this doll head.
You see this?
Scream, and they would run. It was fantastic. And that was the same year because we had this couch that was on the porch, very redneck, but it was just an old couch we were getting rid of. But we put it on the porch because we used to roller skate off this porch because it was like 5 feet tall, like it was huge. So we would, and it slanted, so you didn't have to. You kind of wind yourself up and you'd launch and you go right off. So my sister, my father made her headless horseman.
Okay.
And so
how did that go?
Oh, it was amazing.
Okay, first of all, how old was everybody in this?
Okay, so my sister would have been 14. My brother was 16, which makes me 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she was the headless horseman, and she was in a black leotard. And then my father took a hard hat, screwed in a 2x4 on top of the hard hat, and then put one of his suit jackets on top of that, and then gave her an actual, we carved a jack-o'-lantern. And so he sat her on the couch. She could see through the buttonholes. And she sat on the couch with the jack-o'-lantern that had a candle in it, because we didn't have the little tea light battery operated LED, nothing. This is 1980 something. And so the football guys came up because, again, small town, they still did the shaving cream on the windows kind of a thing.
Okay.
And TPing. And so she was sitting there, and they came up and started shaving cream her, and she knew them, and she got up. She was mad. She was mad and started yelling and cussing at them and chased them down the street. And my brother and I were literally peeing our pants, like screaming. My father couldn't breathe. My mother's now chasing my sister down the street, who now those boys thought, now that they're, men, older men, think that they got chased by a headless horseman in Grove, Oklahoma. That's my thing. And everybody went all out for decorations, and my great aunt had a little shed, and I mean little bitty. You couldn't put a broom in it, but we called it the witch's house, and she put it on the edge of her property. And we would sit there and hand out, no matter what we were doing, because we did hay rides and caramel apples, and it was a small town.
This stuff was fun for you. The Halloween stuff was fun.
It was amazing.
And I can contest to the fact that her favorite holiday is Halloween, because I'm out there with her. If you live in the part of Kansas that we live, You guys right by our house, you will see a DMWATS podcast banner. And if you drive up on, not drive up on it, don't get stupid like that. But if you drive past our house, in front of it, you'll see our graveyard. Yes, with a ghost in the front of our graveyard. On our mailbox, you'll see a bat, a skeleton bat.
No, crow.
Is it a crow?
Skeleton
I thought it was a
crow.
bat.
Nope.
Oh, the bat is hanging upside down. So
and there's chains
and there's chains on it. Yeah, we got black lights.
And he boarded up our windows. Yeah, and it says "get out" and all of that. It's so amazing. We have ghosts in the trees. We have googly eyes on the trees.
We'll probably show you guys the pictures.
We have googly eyes. Well, they can see it on DMWATS Facebook page.
There you go. Go to DMWATS Facebook page. DMWATS podcast Facebook page.
I had to put googly eyes on that.
We did it all. We put googly eyes on the trees. You guys, it's pretty good.
It's endearing to me. It was a time that it was just laughter. Like we would go to church functions, bake sales. You could pay $1 and have someone put in jail.
Mm-hmm.
You could buy fudge. You could buy brownies. You could do the hayride. It was always a good time. There were carnival things. It's that little town. It's that Norman Rockwell little town experience. And then in California, my father and mother kept it up because she was a seamstress as well, and he was a construction worker. So he made me Mac the Night was like really big in like 87.
Yeah,
McDonald's, and I was Mac the Night for Halloween, and I had the full moon. He made this welded wire structure.
Yeah,
and she covered it. And it was this beautiful moon mask. I was amazing. I was Pee Wee Herman once. I threw a huge thing for my birthday, a Halloween party. Yeah.
Really?
Like I'm the queen of Halloween.
Yeah. So if you guys haven't figured out,
Sorry,
this is probably
no.
This is the first episode where she has gone full in when it comes to any topic like that.
Wonderful pictures and wonderful memories.
Look, I said, I have to go ahead and say that when it comes to Halloween, she goes full on, and I told her it's Halloween, whatever you want to do. Well, Halloween this time did we tell them what we're being? Halloween?
Well,
I don't know how Halloween goes. It's like we can't say it until when we just put it out there.
No, it's not a wish.
Oh, okay, so should we tell them what we're gonna do? Okay, so for Halloween, we're doing the Pirates of the Caribbean type deal. Guess who I am? You can probably figure it out. First name's Davey.
Last name's Jones.
Last name's Jones.
Now we could reverse that and put him in a monkey's costume, but y'all are too young for that, I'm sure.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then, baby, are you doing Calypso?
Yeah.
And she's doing Calypso. So there's that. If you don't know what we're talking about, Pirates of the Caribbean, look it up. Shame on you if you haven't watched it.
Because we got our grandbaby said she wants to be a pirate.
Our grandbaby told us she wanted to be a pirate.
And one of our sons was here and he was like, "Oh my God, we can do this." And I'm like, "I've been training for this my whole life.
Exactly.
I drink rum."
You get not only that, it's a rum. Look at our cups. If you guys haven't noticed our cups, if you're not watching on YouTube, you probably go there. We're in the Halloween spirit. We've been this way the whole month. Like we got the skeleton hands surrounding our cups as we do our thing. So I'm gonna talk about mine.
Okay.
All right. So mine has always, for the longest, been Christmas.
The anti-Halloween.
Yeah, anti-Halloween. Mine has always been Christmas. So
it's not mine.
But that's okay. So there's I'm gonna go into mine like she went into hers. So mine is.
I need to say this. I'm just full disclosure.
Okay.
With the kids, I did really well by making sure I faked Christmas. I gave them their Halloween, but I always went over the top on Christmas. However, when I met you, I didn't like Christmas. So please continue.
So Christmas for me coming up was always a thing. You know what I mean? It was always a thing about family. You know, Christmas was, it was a time to get together, and no matter if you like each other, whether you don't, Christmas is a time for family to get together, because no matter what you believe Christmas is about, whether it's Santa, whether it's, hey, this is when they went and found Jesus, when Jesus was born and so on and so forth, no matter what you believe, it's always a time to come together.
Absolutely.
It's always a time to come together.
And
it's
giving.
It's a time of time of giving. It's a time that, like, she knows around Christmas time, I get very nostalgic. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, and nostalgic. I get into a giving mood. Giving mood is like, look, you guys know it's in every state, it's in every city where you'll see homeless people sitting out there. Hey, anything will help, so on and so forth. And it's like, you know what, bro? You get $10, you get $20. Look, I only had 30.
He's the Oprah of Christmas.
Like I only had 30, but I'm gonna dap you up and say, hope it works out. But just the thing is, so you know, the thing is though, when it comes down to it, I get very into that mood. In that time of Christmas, it's very hard to make me angry. And if you make me angry, it's because you've gotten me out of the mood that I should be in, because of that's my time. So back in the day, you know, younger, when I say younger, I'm talking like 5 years old, you know, around that time, 5 and 4, there was not a family gathering on Christmas because I was separated from my siblings.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when we finally got together, you know, and we got our, you know, the Christmas thing was, it was huge. And then I can remember Christmas. It's funny because there's a picture of me that I would love to find. I'm probably gonna talk to my mom about it. There's a picture of me that I would love to find, that when we were separated from her, me and my younger brother, my mom sent me and him Transformers. And,
really?
and we sent pictures of her, pictures of us. My biological father sent pictures of us. He took pictures of us. I was in my underwear and he was too, Christmas Day. These Transformers. And I was holding it up and I had this big old smile on my face, cheese. And he had one too. And we was just big as kids
like
it could be.
86 when they were like huge.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, Transformers. And we were just ecstatic. And for some reason during Christmas, I always remember that. You know what I mean? I always remember that. So as I got older, you know, Christmas was always, I associated Christmas because that's the one with Christmas. Now, as I get older, I associate Christmas with, we moved from Alabama to Chicago. So we moved
during Christmas?
No, in general. I'm just saying in general, we moved from Alabama to Chicago. So Christmas, either we went to Alabama or our family from Alabama came up to us.
Oh, cool. So it was
during
a family
Christmas.
time.
And so I associate that,
yeah,
you know, with family.
Yeah.
Either we went to Alabama, Huntsville, Alabama for Christmas, or Huntsville, our family from Huntsville, Alabama came up to us to, I say Chicago, but Dalton, Illinois. You know, for those who don't know.
It's like me saying Boston, but it's really Gloucester.
Exactly.
Like nobody knows where Gloucester
Nobody knows where it's
so
at. So of course, you know those people. So it's like, no, that's not Chicago.
That's not true.
That's not true. Look, okay, don't care what you believe, but I'm gonna say Chicago, and I'm elaborating to say Dalton.
You did a lot of stuff in Chicago, yeah.
Yeah. So, and you know, but that mine was Christmas. So, but we can talk about the other holidays. So one of the ones that obviously we're coming up on Halloween right now. That's my wife's favorite holiday. It's my baby. And that's fine. We're going to go out there and get as much candy as possible.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So for those who are in
Dr. Fauci said we could.
Yep. For those who are in our part of Kansas, look out for us. You may see Davy Jones, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Rolling up. We don't know what our grandbaby's going to be.
Well, we don't know.
But you'll see Davy Jones and Calypso rolling up.
She'll be a princess pirate Mickey Mouse.
Yeah. Something like that. So, but you know, it's one of those things that.
But it's the fellowship.
It's the spirit of it.
It's the spirit, because here's the thing: I've learned to love Christmas. It's taken me a long time, and I never had a bad Christmas. My parents went out for all holidays. Again, girl growing up in a small town. Well, when I was young, so parade for every holiday kind of a thing. We're very patriotic. Flag Day. He's like, you celebrate Flag Day? Yes, I do.
I was never that type. Like,
I do.
Flag Day in the military and it depends on the base, because it doesn't happen at every base. You know, Flag Day in the military, there's a ceremony that actually happens on the base, and it's freaking amazing.
Yeah.
You know? And so.
And my great aunt used to have flag stickers in her car and used to give them to people.
Yeah.
All year.
And that's the thing. I was like, Flag Day. Yeah. That's not even something that
we did that, and
I don't even get off work for that. But
my father loved his hobby was cooking.
Yeah.
And baking. And so like all of the family would come over to our house for Thanksgiving. He would make beef jerky, sausages, pies, everything from scratch. Because again, we didn't have convenience. We didn't even have microwave popcorn back then. And so I love Thanksgiving because I knew the food was going to be amazing.
So And I gotta say this when it comes to Thanksgiving. We love Thanksgiving.
We do.
Look, I smoke a turkey, and I said,
Oh, you smoke
my
a mean
wife,
turkey.
my wife has witnessed me get up at 5 or 4 in the morning to go start smoking a turkey. My son, our son came over here at, what was it, baby, like 4 in the morning? He woke up at 3 in the morning, came over here at 4 in the morning to make sure I knew how to start the smoker. It was like my first time smoking, and I was nervous.
It was a new smoker.
And mind you, we stay a good 15, 20 minutes away from him.
And we were brining it for 2 days.
I had brined it for 2 days. And he came over at like 3 or 4 in the morning to make sure, to show me. It was like, look,
stayed all day.
And stayed the whole time. He left, but he was here for about to get a nap. But he stayed to make sure, hey, I'm just making sure you can get, because I didn't know how to smoke turkey. He made sure that we got the wood set up correctly.
Yep.
Lit it all up.
He bought you the digital.
He bought me the digital, which I do use. And it
has an alarm that goes to his phone.
Yep,
and like all of this stuff.
So Thanksgiving,
Thanksgiving's a big deal because I make stuffing like nobody's business.
You don't.
I do a fried stuffing, and if you don't fry your stuffing, you're wrong.
You're wrong. My woman does it up. Lord Jesus, Spanish when it comes to Thanksgiving. Stuffing. I feel like when it comes to Thanksgiving, you need to go on like at least a 3 to 4 day fast, because what's about to happen to you.
But I think people do, because that's why everybody gets so crazy hungry.
Yeah, on Thanksgiving.
Because they have they've been cooking for a couple of days and they haven't been eating. Mm-hmm. And we're all like deer in mating season, just running into cars, going, just like deer in the headlights.
I need that turkey, bro. I need that turkey, and I mean it right now. Right now. So
but there's Thanksgiving, but what's another one like?
Okay, so let's go backwards.
Easter for food.
So like Easter, and I need to say this. So no matter what you believe, we're just going to talk about Easter. So Easter, for a little while, I love Easter egg hunts.
They're fun.
Oh, and it's mainly because it's like, look, what I can remember doing an Easter egg hunt is like when you find that egg, they're just dipped in the color.
Yep.
Because I used to love being able to dip the eggs in the color. Yep. And then they come out and you're like, okay, so hiding them behind this. Yeah. I'm gonna hide it behind this. There's a certain joy that a child will have when they go outside because their parents and everybody else is hiding the eggs, and they're like, okay, you guys gotta wait in here, and you're like, you can't see. There's a certain excitement that you like. I can't see what's going on, and they come in and say, "Are you ready?" Yeah. Okay, go. And everybody runs outside, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna check behind here. I'm gonna check behind here. Right. And then there's that kid that doesn't find one egg. Oh, there's always that kid that doesn't find one egg. And he or she is there crying.
Yep.
I was that kid that would see that and say, here.
Me too.
I was that kid because I knew all the hiding places. Like, bro, I know all the dark spots around the yard. And like, no, if it's a dark spot, you're going to put it there. And I was that kid that would take, because I would already have like 6 or 7 eggs. At that point, I'm like, all right, bet. So let me give him or her, here's 2 eggs. Because 2 or 3 eggs is the amount of eggs that you can capture. Where it's like, oh, okay, you got some of them.
But
0 is like, I'm bawling my eyes out. 1 is like, I can't believe I just only got 1. 2 is like, oh, okay, cool. 3 is like, sweet. You know what I mean? And anything over 3, you're sitting there with me. So.
Well, and I mean, when we got to visit with our cousins from Oklahoma, Janie and John, and she was telling me that they had, she has older children and grandbabies, and she's a Mimi just like I am. And they have a big property in Oklahoma. And the fact that John, her husband, my cousin, she hid Easter eggs for all of them. And it made me so happy because it's like, don't lose. That's what a holiday is for me. Don't lose that childhood. Don't lose that. Yeah. She's hiding Easter eggs. And I think the biggest amount she said was $10. She did a golden egg with $10 in it, and who was going to find it, and made sure that her girls were keeping everybody else away.
Yeah.
So they couldn't watch her hide the eggs. And I'm like, I love that though, because that's what a holiday is. I don't care if it's Easter, Halloween, Christmas.
So one of the things that we have to say that when it comes to the holidays, we've been raised to know each one when it comes to from a religious aspect.
Yes.
But there's also we're not saying the religious aspect isn't fun to learn, but there's also a part of it that is fun also. And it's like,
Yeah.
you know, look,
Let's
we
just
don't
have
look
the
at it. It's
fun
just
in
a fun
it.
time. Like you can know the truth in your own eyes.
Yeah.
And then you can also be like, well, it doesn't mean I can't participate
But
in this.
isn't fun fellowship?
That's
and
right.
Isn't in that the God?
Right.
I mean, that's whatever God you believe in.
Whatever
That's
it is,
God.
that's what it is. So
is fun and innocent.
The one thing I did not understand about Easter, I did not get, and even to this day, I'd be like, why?
I know.
I don't understand outfits.
Outfits?
Yeah, I don't understand needing an Easter outfits.
Because it's spring. You're ushering in the dawn of the new crop and the new everything, and it's going to be amazing. And it's just the dawning of the new age of the year.
Now, I'm glad you said that. Now, what I'm about to say is about to piss a lot of people off that loves to get outfits and stuff. So my new 3-pack of Hanes t-shirts and a new pair of sweatpants is wrong. See, there it is.
So
but they new sweatpants. They new sweatpants, and I got new t-shirt.
I need new shoes. And when I say shoes, I don't mean tennis shoes. I need heels. And I need a new Easter dress.
Look.
And maybe a bonnet. This might be the year I bring back the bonnet.
Look, I'm not speaking for all guys. There are some guys that just heard me say that. I'm like, bruh, should I get my look? Whatever black shoes that made out of goat skin with the gold ring on them, the gold thing on it. You got to flip it through this and the belt buckle.
Didn't you just get underwear for Christmas?
And I loved it.
Now here we are
in
Easter, and you already need more t-shirts.
I was just saying. I don't need them. I was just saying.
You know what? Church clothes.
Did we just talk about this in the last episode where you was like, I'm a gold digger and I must be doing it wrong? Like I feel like that's two things. Like, okay, so one, you was calling me broke, and now it's like, what are you saying? I got no sense of style. Is that what it is?
Hey, we all know that right now sweatpants is the hot thing for guys.
That's the new hotness. That's the new hotness. Sweatpants.
He was wearing sweatpants today, and I go, hey, they're gray, and everybody's gonna be looking. You better watch yourself.
Real talk, sweatpants. Everybody heard the like dad bod stuff, right? It was like, oh yeah, dad bod. They got, I kid you not, they got dad tees. It's not just t-shirts. They're called dad tees. Like, hey, and this is their slogan: women have bras or push-up bras. That's what women have push-up bras. Men now have push-up tees. What? Wait. No longer do you have to suck it in. This is a legit thing. No longer do you gotta suck it in. You can now have a t-shirt that pushes it up and get tights on your arm. So now
every time he wears the sweatpants, I'm like, maybe you shouldn't. Because I don't want people to know what I got.
But here's the thing, like that was the one thing that I didn't understand when it came to
We digress. We're talking about
that was
holidays.
the one thing. That was the one thing we're right. We're still sticking to Easter. I didn't understand that.
Oh.
When it came to Easter. So it was like a new outfit.
But okay, then that means you don't understand Sunday.
Of course I do.
Church clothes.
Nope. And I say I don't understand Sunday. I understand Sunday, but look, we've had people come when I was growing up. People used to come to church, obviously mainly guys. I've never seen female do this, but guys would come to church, and as they are. So if you come to church with sweatpants on or jeans on, you know what I mean? Like when I was coming up, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen now, but when I was coming up, jeans, sweatpants, anything other than dress pants and a dress shirt. Wait, why would you come to church like that? So I want to make sure I got this straight. You can preach to me that God said, come as you are. That homeless man that wants to walk into here, are you going to tell him to go shower and get this dress clothes on because you're in the house of God? No, you're going to welcome him in here. Then I come in here in jeans and this, you're going to like,
Okay, so that's not what that's about either.
Okay, go ahead with it.
Because I grew up with a mother that wore hats and gloves to church.
Yeah, but my thing is
you showed out, and it wasn't to show people what you had. It was to be proud of where you were and to show respect. It was the same concept as why we had a dress code on a freaking plane back in the day.
Right.
You were respectful and proud of who you were. You were a good, that's just what we were.
So,
we viewed that as an outward appearance.
Now, I have to play devil's advocate with what I just said.
Of course you do.
With
'cause
what
we're
I
talking
just said.
about
No.
holidays.
No, with what I just said, the holidays.
Okay.
Right? So with that, you talk about holidays, you take it back to Cain and Abel, right? When all that happened.
Yeah.
Cain was jealous of Abel, but the reality of it is Abel brought his best to God to sacrifice. And Cain was like, here's this.
Yeah.
And God took favor with Abel. So when you take it back to the holidays, the Easter, right? We're talking about the Easter.
Yeah.
And I say, well, what's wrong with showing up with this? Why do I need a new outfit?
There's nothing wrong with that. And correct religiously for going to the Word of God. Yes, you're right.
Yeah. But that's taking it beside the holidays.
I
was just trying to compare.
Tradition.
Yeah.
It's just a tradition, and that's what we do.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the 4th of July?
Woo! There it is.
I don't know anywhere in the Bible it says I gotta buy $1,000 worth of fireworks.
Yeah, I don't know why you're looking at me when you say that. So,
but I'm not a gold digger.
Make sure you look at the previous episode to understand what she is talking about.
But
so
I love 4th of July.
We love the 4th. We both love the 4th.
We do love the 4th.
But it gets lost in translation.
It does, and it's just a lot of food and hotness. It's just hot.
I was going more toward fireworks.
Well, there's that too, and when you get burned by them like I have, it's just
me
hot.
too. When the black cats blow up in your hand, you tend to have a different aspect on life.
But what else is there? What about the obscure ones, like well, I guess I called out Flag Day.
You did, but okay. So the 4th, though, I think the meaning of the 4th kind of gets lost. I feel like the 4th of July is a day to legally pop off fireworks. That's what it's used as. It's like, oh no, it's to celebrate America's independence. If you ask people celebrate American independence and you say from who?
True.
But it's Independence Day.
Right.
But it's Independence
who's
Day.
Independence
but
Day?
America's independence from who? Because you have to claim your independence, right? From who?
Yeah.
We are now an independent country, which means you are under tyranny of somebody else.
Yeah.
So you're claiming independence from who? If you don't know, look it up, because we're not going to say it.
No.
But
and then we have Juneteenth.
Juneteenth. Do people really know
Nope.
what Juneteenth is?
Nope.
If you don't know what Juneteenth is, we're going to say it, but look up Dave Chappelle, the closer.
I was going to say, are you going to say Chappelle it?
Do it. Look up Dave Chappelle, the closer. If you don't like Dave Chappelle, don't care. We do. So look at the Dave Chappelle, the closer, and every other special.
And watch Chappelle to listen.
Listen, watch him to listen.
Hear what he is saying. He is not dogging people. He's talking about his own experience and opinion, which is a freedom of speech, which is artistic, right?
And you gotta understand it.
Philosophical. If you listen to him, he missed his freaking calling as a writer and a philosopher.
Because the majority of you that get offended by what Dave Chappelle is saying, all that shows is that you don't understand it. You can say, yeah, I understand he offends people. No. You understand that you are only listening to.
And if you watch
you're only listening. You're listening to respond.
And if you want to go there with me, email me at DMWATS@gmail.com. But I'm telling you right now,
attention, Davey and Missy, because we both feel the same way on this topic.
He was talking about his friend. He lost his friend. He is not, and he is talking about the fact that a society, a part of society that has isolated themselves because we are unfortunately categorized.
Yeah.
So a category of our society was saying one thing, but he had a friend, a sister in that society, and he lost her. And he was saying simply, do not come at me when I know what has happened.
Yeah.
And so, people are canceling him for
they're
that.
Trying to anyway.
Because they're not listening.
They're not listening. Now, the name of this topic, this physical topic, is favorite holidays. And we're on Independence Day. And you're like, what does it got to do with a holiday? Everything. Because we are on Independence Day.
Independence.
We are on
independence.
The freedom of this, the freedom of that. But do not say I am about Independence Day, the freedom of this, the freedom of that.
Everybody comes at us with freedom to not wear a mask, freedom of guns, freedom of speech. But nobody will sit there and defend the artistic freedom of speech. Nobody will defend people for being human. Nobody will defend women's rights. It always comes down to guns or being separated from the freaking British. But what about Juneteenth? What about that Independence Day?
So freedom, right?
What about
freedom in July 4th, our independence? Freedom. Look, this is a long one, but I'm gonna tell it. I'm gonna say it anyway. Right? You know what I mean? You are free to be racist. That's right. I said it. You are free to be racist, but you have no basis. That's a fact. You are free, and I look at you all to be indigenous, but you are with us. That's a fact. You are free to be Black, and that's also a fact. It's not whack, blah, blah, blah. This ain't rhyming to be. I ain't getting at nothing like that.
Like, are you Jesse Jackson?
No.
He was born on my birthday, by the
way. I get it. Hey, you're free to be Asian, and it shouldn't make you a different persuasion. That's a fact. I did that. There's a lot of liquor in here. Congratulations.
What is in that vodka?
It is a lot in his vodka, apparently. So, but that's just the thing, right? You're free to be Hispanic.
Nothing wrong with
I got nothing.
Hispanic.
Nothing. This is why I look at the bottom of the cup.
I was
I'm
waiting
trying to
for Portuguese.
No, hold on. You're free to be Hispanic. Give me a second.
Okay.
But you are all part of the people that inhabit this planet. Boom. Knowledge bomb. Give it that. Give me that one. You gotta give me that one. Boom.
God.
You gotta give me that. Because that was.
This is taking it.
Take a look at the cup. Take a look at the cup. Plot twist.
Portuguese. Am I free to be Azorian?
Doesn't rhyme. You're Portuguese. But you should always be allowed to be around these. This is the part where I look at here. I look at nothing. I'm staring at nothing. Hold on.
Yeah.
There it is. All right, go. There it is. All right. So look, we gonna. If you ain't watching on YouTube, you're missing out.
Can we go back?
Yeah, we're gonna go like, all right. I'm gonna go back. I had nothing. I'm not a rapper. I'm not a philosopher, but I threw that out.
You had every other ethnic group, and then Portuguese or Azorian. It was like.
Hold on. I'm about to hit them with this. So as you like, okay, I'm trying to. I got a lot of power in this.
We're doing Dragon Ball now.
And here's the Kamehameha. If you don't watch Dragon Ball, shame on you. Here's that spirit bomb, I should say. Here it is. Here's the big spirit bomb. You are right. If you are white, I should say. You have always been right. But it doesn't always make you right. And that's facts. Like that one?
Yeah, I do.
So I'll probably lose a few people in that one because they won't look at it all. And that's okay.
That was a bit Kanye-ish, but it's okay.
Was it? It was not.
A little bit.
How?
I feel like
I didn't go George Bush and Kanye is with it.
Yeah, I feel I kind of
I think about what I said.
No, I hear what
I forgot what I said about the Black and the indigenous because I was on a pedestal and I started speaking that and it was like, hey, what did you say about this? Don't know. Hope you liked it.
No, I'm just saying that it went from holiday to race.
No, it is still about holiday, but it's one of those things we're on a certain type independence.
And I understand that.
So because we went to Dave Chappelle, we went to everything. So
true, but we're also not categorizing that every ethnic group or race.
Why do you think I mentioned them all?
With.
That's why do you think I mentioned them all?
Yeah, not everybody that's white thinks they're right.
I know that. That's why.
But that's what you say.
Not everybody who feels they're indigenous feels that they're with us. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Can we go back to holidays?
We'll go back to holidays. We'll go back to holidays.
Valentine's Day.
Check back on the race episode. Check back on the race episode. Look, the thing that we gotta say to this is that we did Christmas. We did Halloween. We did what did we do? Christmas. We did Thanksgiving, and now we're on the 4th that obviously has gone bled everywhere, and that's fine. But
which is kind of what happened on the 4th. It bled everywhere.
It bled. See what I mean? So,
No, I get it. I'm
Yeah.
just saying. I get what you're saying.
man, look, I can admit I went on a rant there. So there's that. But what other one do we have to finish it off? Really? Valentine's Day?
What's wrong with Valentine's Day? We had a great time on Valentine's Day.
No. Not what I'm talking about, the significance of it. Valentine's Day. Do you know?
Something to do with a massacre. Maybe that was Chicago.
Okay, so first of all, I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah.
So I was about to say the thing. I was going to say
No, that was a Chicago
Valentine's Day. It doesn't center around the Valentine's Day massacre. That was a Chicago thing. You're right. If you don't know what we're talking about, look it up. Valentine's Day massacre. Ooh,
drove out the snakes.
I don't know what that was about. I just know everybody wears green on that day.
Drove out the snakes.
Drove out the snakes?
Yeah, apparently.
All right. Well, there's that one. First day of spring. Should it be a holiday? Absolutely. 100%. Because it's right after we went through winter and this and that.
Yeah, we're coming back to the light.
Right. So, so did we get them all?
Oh, sure.
What did we miss?
Oh, I don't know. I'm sure we missed a lot. I mean, because now every day it seems like it's a new day. Like, I didn't know, and I'm going to say this. I didn't know that on what used to be Columbus Day, which is now Indigenous Peoples Day, which I agree with, not saying that. I've never agreed with Columbus. Indigenous People Day is also coming out day.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
See what I mean? So it's like now I'm like, what do I say? The whole month of October, it's pink. I have pink hair. Do you know how many times people come up to me and say, oh, are you doing that for breast cancer? Nope. I'm doing it for me. My hair is pink 365.
You're right, but you're right though. We have a buttload of holidays.
So many.
If you guys don't understand, and I get it.
September 30th is mudslinging day.
Did I know that? There's a pizza day. There's a donut day.
There's pie day, 314, obviously. March 14th.
Do we need to know? Do we need to say what?
But National Pie Day is like January 22nd.
Do we need to say what April 20th is? So I mean, this. I mean, I'm just saying.
April 19th is Patriots Day.
April 20th.
April 18th probably is Patriots Day. That's the day we did all that in Arlington, Lexington, and Boston.
Right, but that's getting forgotten because of what April 20th is.
What's April
420?
420. See?
Happy 420th, you know, when it comes to the April 20th. You know what I mean? It's like everybody just relax.
But that's, cool. I mean, it's crazy how many people I love meeting people and what they celebrate. And I've met a lot of Christmas people, and it's been, you know, I've tried. And again, I had great Christmases when I was a child. I just always used to get sad.
Yeah.
Because people would not understand what it was about. And it wasn't even about Christianity. It was just about giving and being kind to people.
Right. And so, look, we've gone long.
What about Boxing Day?
I didn't know it was a day.
December 26th.
Is Boxing Day?
Yeah.
As in?
Canadian.
Is it Muhammad Ali Boxing Day?
No, as in like, I'm pretty sure, and correct me if I'm wrong, I know you guys will, but it's the day after Christmas, and they call it Boxing Day, and that's the Christmas for the servants.
And so here's the thing. You guys,
but Canada celebrates it, so it can't be that bad.
We went on a huge rant about holidays.
Oh my God!
But there is such an internal meaning to each of them.
It's so personal.
It's so personal, right? It's internal,
and it's caked with
there are some
in your family and your memories.
And I gotta say that we Christmas to me was memorable. I said memorable.
Yeah, you did.
That's not a word. So memorable. Hey, write it down. Whatever. I should make that. Christmas to me was.
Rhyme it.
And Christmas to me was memorable. There are some believe, hey, it's a pagan holiday where they used to go around and do all this nasty
so it's
stuff.
Not a belief. It's true.
Yeah, but it's. I'm just saying that's
a thing.
Okay, what I'm saying is that's what people believe.
Christians took it from.
Some people don't believe that.
But Christians took it.
Okay, what I'm saying, some people don't believe that.
Just saying, Jesus was a Pisces.
And then you turn around and you're like, hey, happy Thanksgiving. What? Were they slaughtered? You know, all these people.
True.
I'm just saying.
Halloween is of the devil.
Halloween is of the devil.
Lord Los Muertos.
Right. Easter
November
is a
1st.
day where the devil has convinced the
Oh,
people to
that's a
say,
Celtic tradition.
no, I'm just saying, Easter is a day where the devil convinced everybody that worship a bunny. That these are all things, but I promise you it's a belief. I didn't say I believe it.
Worship a bunny?
Worship a bunny. Easter bunny. I'm gonna lay
That's
eggs.
not-
That's what some
Do
people
you know
believe.
what the egg represents, though?
That's what I'm talking about. What some people believe. I'm not saying that I'm not saying what's true. I'm saying this. See what I mean? It's like, and people believe certain different things. It goes into what I'm saying. Like, you don't believe that. Some people don't believe that.
Look, all I know is at Easter, I get Portuguese sweetbread with an egg baked in it. That's all I know. That's what I want to know.
All right. So, guys, look, we went on a little bit of a rant.
And I get kosher Coke.
Yeah, this is what it is. We're not even going there, but kosher. So, anything.
This is Passover.
That's true. Anyway, guys, we went a little bit long there.
What's your favorite holiday?
What's your favorite holiday? And tell us why. Don't just say, I like Easter.
No, tell us why. Tell us what your memories are. We love talking.
We love talking to people. We love talking to folks who look, all the random people that love watching our podcast. Thank you. Thank you. Because we do this because we just like to talk and we like to get it out there. Whether you believe us or not, we like it.
And he likes to rhyme.
Today I did.
You did.
I did.
You know, there's a Dr. Seuss holiday in March. That'd be good for you.
I don't understand why you said that. I was thinking more of is there a gangster rap holiday? I felt like I fall into that. No? I'm right up there with NWA. But anyway.
I have a rhyme for you later. Just
anyway,
remind me.
Look, guys, thank you for joining us. Look, they were looking out. You know you're going to get it when I click this end call button. You know it's like, whatever.
Would you end the damn podcast?
So, hey, check it out. DMWATSpodcast.com. Guys, thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. We're on all the streaming services. If you're watching us on our YouTube, I can start here and head over there. If you're not watching on YouTube, that didn't make any sense what I said. Look, we're gonna lean it back to the shows, lean it on over.
DMWATSpodcast.com. Let us know what your favorite holiday
she don't see that
was.
One. So we're gonna separate for sheep. Boom. There it is. We're gonna separate for sheep. Once again, if you're not watching on YouTube, you know what I'm talking about. Look, sheep, you guys make sure you check us out, DMWATSpodcast.com. Look, thank you guys. Signing off for DMWATS.
Thank you. Signing off now.
DMWATS.
Say good night, Gracie.
I am Davey.
I'm Misty.
And you guys know what it is. We are DMWATS. I'm out of liquor. Thank you guys for joining us. So you know what it's over. So thank you very much. We're gonna that hurt you? Okay, so how about we do it like that?
Good morning.
Getting all of that. And thank you very much. Let's do it again. I got nothing.